Hello and welcome to the first ever edition of Freeplay, a new video feature in which Pocket Gamer delves into the murky world of freemium and free-to-play games, spends some time rooting around for pearls, and then resurfaces with words and moving images. Without further ado, let's begin. If you're a pop diva or a whatever the male equivalent is, then Song Pop may be the social gaming title you've been craving. The concept is simple. Pick a random player or a friend, pick a genre of music from 3 random choices, and then select the right song or artist for each of the 5 tracks that play. The faster and more consistently pop-tastic you are, the higher your score. Then your opponent has a go at the same songs, and if you're me, you beat them. Naturally, this works much better when you're facing off against a friend than a random opponent, especially if said friend knows even less about pop music than you do. Fear my knowledge of 90s alternative music fiend. There aren't that many genres in the game though, and it didn't take long before certain songs started to repeat on me, which is a shame. Like a modern pop song then, Song Pop is easy to get into, but you'll likely be sick of it very quickly. Arr! We're back in seafaring territory for Paradise Cove from Pocket Gems. This social builder sees you start off on a tiny island with nary a parrot to your name. Your goal being to pay money to the build a tropical paradise. Naturally, this is done by chopping down wood, which costs energy, building buildings, which take time to complete, and slowly but surely feeling your life seep away like a leaky man of war. Arr! Whereas other freemium games like to give you lots of stuff early and then slowly but surely start laying down the waiting times, Paradise Cove lets you play it for about 2 minutes before assigning a mission that requires you to spend cash. You can just ignore it of course, but then you're still left waiting for half an hour for your very first building to construct. One for the patient then, or those with a very low quality threshold. Arr. Kingdoms of Camelot is a far more complicated beast than Paradise Cove, so if you find stuff like press button more than once confusing, best give it a wide berth. However, if you like the idea of creating your own medieval town, complete with standing army, and then marching on fellow players and spoiling their game, Kingdoms of Camelot would like a word. As does your psychiatrist actually, but I've told her that you've been much calmer recently, so I wouldn't worry. This isn't a straight up strategy game, so you'll still be waiting for farms and research to complete for the majority of the time. Come on, work harder, peons! There's a whole ton of menus, buttons, and complicated structures to work through, so a mission may be as simple as, say, build a stable, but you'll first need to upgrade your mine, research horseshoes, clean a pig, quote Excalibur, oddly disconnected stuff. It does work though. You will find yourself plotting paths to glory and quietly praying for a swift victory on the global world map. It's not going to win any awards for its graphics or sound, and it is packed with one of the most confusing shop systems I've seen outside of a Japanese card battler. But Kingdoms of Camelot isn't a bad way of spending your spare time. And that's it from Freeplay this week. Thank you very much for listening, and I bid you good night.